Hello everyone, welcome to the introduction of machine learning. My name is Neelu Verma and I am a research scholar at IIT Jodhpur. So let's start with introduction of machine learning. Well, machine learning is a concept which allows the machines to learn from examples and experience and then to without being explicitly programmed. So instead of writing, what you do is you feed the data to the generic algorithm, and then the algorithm or machine will the logic based on your given data. So learning can be of supervised learning, unsupervised learning, and reinforcement learning. All right. So let's start with the basic terminology you need to know before starting the further concepts. First is domain set. This is the set of object that we want to label. So here you can see in a domain set can be represented by X, and from this example domain set is set of all the available example of that uh, papaya. So okay, so let's take an example of this papaya, and we would like to predict the papaya we see in the market is tasty or not tasty. For this, what do you need? First, we need to decide which feature of papaya we are using for our prediction that given papaya is tasty or not tasty. So generally we take papaya's color. Here you can see in this example papaya's color uh, is from green to yellow. So generally we take papaya's color. That means if papaya is dark green, then it is not a tasty papaya. On the other hand, if papaya is orange to red to dark brown, then the papaya is be tasty. So papaya's color is one feature based on which we can make our prediction. Another feature is papaya's softness, ranging from rock hard to mushy. That means if your papaya is mushy, then there is a possibility that it will be a tasty papaya. So there you can say this is set of all papayas, available papayas, called domain set. And what is label set? Label set is, let's say you are labeling this papaya 1 as this papaya is not tasty, because we are first starting with supervised learning. So first you have to tell the machine that this papaya okay, these kind of examples, if you see this kind of example, then it is label as this. Okay, all right. So if let's say your first papaya uh, name as x1 is labeled as not tasty, that is y1, because instead of papaya example there can be another example like oranges example, like grapes example, whatever it is. So these colors, these y1 can be anything. So this is one feature, one label that it is tasty or not tasty. Let's see another example. X2, x which is labeled as y2, and next example is x3, which is y3. So this papayas is also called x1, x2, x3 is also called as examples, and these are seen examples because you can see them during the training that x1 is not tasty, uh, x2 is tasty, and x3 is tasty. So what is label set here? Set of all possible labels, that is called y, and y is taking two values, that is tasty or not tasty. So when we combine papaya with its is label, then we can then we can give them to machine to learn. Then when, we can say this is the training set on which we want to train our machine. All right. So after training, machine learn something, and based on that it will give some hypothesis like this out of these example, or for unseen example, let's say this x1 is not tasty, then here can be anything. uh, okay. Laser pointer. Okay, so I am talking about this thing. So the learner's output is a hypothesis that machine have been learned, and it will say that your this example is tasty or not tasty. Any random example, any seen example or unseen example is tasty or not tasty. So that is the hypothesis. All right. So now after that, the model is generated after learning this. And before going to advanced concept of machine learning, let's see what all languages or libraries you need to require for this coding part. So uh, that other supporting libraries and other platforms uh, will use further as you will start learning. So first of all, these python, let's start with python, because numpy is mathematical libraries, and these scipy, pandas, learning, sklearn. In sklearn, all most of the function of machine learning is already available, and keras and pytorch are the tensorflow, keras, Thano. These are the platform on which you can easily train your model, easily do your machine learning task. All right. So all these things we can see when we require. First, let's start with the introduction of python, a brief introduction. I'm not gonna take so much of thing. Just I hope that you aware about it, you know the basic concept of this. So just to revise, so let me start this. All right, I already have opened this. Okay. So mm, to be brief, actually this slide I have taken from the school of notebook. I have taken from CS 231 and Stanford lectures. So it's just what is Python? So Python, it is a wonderful tutorial to learn a basic Python. So Python is a high level dynamic typed multi-program paradigm programming language. Python code is often said to be most like pseudocode. So just forget about this definition, um, because I know you all know all these things, basic things. So let's start with the simple data structure, basic data structure. The first is number. So integer and float uh, can be, if you want to check, here x is a variable, so this variable can store any values, anything. So if you want to know the data type of this 3, what is this 3, integer, whether float or other thing, so what you have to do, just need to print this variable with type x function. So this type x function will give you the class, and it is integer or not integer. All right. So uh, next is simple things, just addition and subtraction. I know how to print addition, subtraction, that x is variable, and if you want to add something in this variable, and want to subtract something from this variable, and you want to multiply them and want to calculate the exponential, so these are the basic function have been written here. Okay, so this two function is like if you want to add x equals to x plus 1, so this you can also write it as x plus is equal to 1. So that means it will give the incremented value. And same here, it will multiply. This is the another way of writing this multiplication and another way of writing this addition, and to print these. All right, so let's see. This is one simple thing, like this is a float variable which is containing a float value. So if you want to check the type of this float variable, you can print the type of this variables. You can check what type of this uh, number is. All right, so this is just printing of like original value and incremented value multiplied by 2 and exponential of this value. uh, Now come to boolean. Variable can take the true and false values. So if you want to check whether this variable is boolean or not, then you can just and this is a different way of writing or two variable and assigning the two values to the two variable. So while assigning these two values to this variable, and you can type the data type of this, then it will give you the that this is belongs to the boolean class. All right, so this is some operation based on the boolean class. So if let's say in above slide you have seen that t and f containing true and false values, and whether you want to do some operation on these true and false values, so what you can do, you just uh, write the logical and or not or XOR function. So this is the way of writing these functions, and they will uh, give the logical operation like true t containing the value of true and f containing the value of false. And we all know in basic operation, logical operation, true and false is given as false, right? So this is basic operation. um, Now come to string. So if you want to give the string as variable, string literal can be used as single quotes, and it whether you can write it as inside the single quotes or you can write it as inside the double quote, it doesn't matter much. So if you want to check the length of the variable, like how much um, length is of this hello, so you can just write the len function. There is number of function available in this python. So length will tell you the length of this hello, and hello will print the value of this hello, whatever it is containing, this variable containing inside it. So it is hello. You can write it as hello my name is Neelu, and it will print as hello my name is Neelu. And uh, if you will wants to calculate the length of that variable, so hello content 5, my 2 name is Neelu, so that will contain some other different values. So all right, if you want to concatenate two string hello and world from this our example, so you can write it hello variable and world variable, which is contain your two string, and you need to write just uh, concatenation sign that will concatenate this two string hello and world. All right, so this is the form different thing of string format. So Okay, all right. String object have a bunch of useful methods. So this use methods, what these methods are. Let's say as containing a string of hello, then you can capitalize that as. Uh, you can convert a string to uppercase, like string hello is in lowercase above example, and you want to print it as capital letter, so that is called uppercase. So you can write just s dot upper, and then r just is for right justify a string padding with the spaces. So it will give some space from left. All right, so it will give 7 space from left, and if you want it at center, so you can write center of 7, and it will start from 7 places onward. It means this above r just will give the space of this, and then it will start and center will start from the similar position. And if you want to replace this something and your string with something else, like l, you want to replace word ell, so if you print that, replace l with ell, so wherever ll is available present, it will give this ell, and it also the bracket is available here, so it will give the bracket also. All right, so it is a simple operation. Now come to container. So Python includes several built-in container type like list, dictionary, set, and tuples. So list is a Python equivalent of an array, because in Python list work as an array, but resizable, and it can contain element of different types. So if you want to create a list in Python, you can just write it as array form, like 3 1 2 is inside this big bracket, and it will create the list. So if you will print that list, then it will print full list, and if you write it as x of 2, it will give this second position. This is indexing will start with the 0 1 and 2, so this second position is 2. And if you write it as x as of minus 1, that means it will calculate it from the end. So from end, it string is started from -1. All right, so it will give the 2. Now uh, okay, so list can contain element of different type. So if you want to add something, some other string inside this list, you can just write the position name of uh, this list, so it will uh, add this foo string to this array. And then up, if you once you have created this list, and I want to add something new element to the end of the list, then you can use the append function, because you are not changing here any position with different thing. In here, this example, you are changing the second position with the foo, that is available position, but append is used in case of you don't have that available position of that array, and you are creating and appending it to a new position. All right, and you can also do some pop operation, that is work as uh, in stack, or I hope you are aware of this stack. So it will pop, it will remove the last upper value, because in a stack last come uh, first out. So the last values was bar in our example, so this bar will be removed by using the pop function. Okay, and now come to Slicing. So in addition to accessing list element one at a time, Python provides concise syntax to access sublist. This is known as slicing. Okay, so um, if you will write the number as variable is equals to list of range 5, so it will give the range is a built-in function that create a list of integer. Right, so it will create a list of integer, and if you want to print that, so it will print all the integers from 0 to 5, in range of 0 to 5. So it will start from 0 and it will go up to the 4, because total number is 5. Okay, and then if you want the slicing, it means if you want slice from index 2 to 4, so then it will print 2 and 3, because slice, see, it will contain 5 position 0 1 2, and after 2 to fourth position it wants to print. So the second position is 2 and 3 and 4, because this is the last starting position, this is the last position, so you are giving the range, so it will print 2 and it will give 2 and 3. Okay, so right, so if you are not giving anything here, something I have tell like this. Okay, uh, what does it mean? It 2 to 4 means it will start from second position, and the 4 minus 1 it will work, so 0 1 2 3 it will go to third position, so it will take n minus 1 position, and this will give the end result, up to the end result. And this function give the values from starting to uh, 2 minus 1. Starting to 2 minus 1 is 2 values, right? So 2 values means 0 and 1, because last position will give the 1 less values. So these are some other format of slicing your list. Now come to loop. Loop, if you want to use, you can loop over the element of a list, like you are creating a list of cat, dog and monkey. These are containing the string. So for animal, in animals you need to use for in. So in which for, this is a for loop, and you will use it, so it will give all the animal name, like cat, dog and monkey. So one by one it will print all the values. Now if you want to access the index of each element within the loop, body of loop, and use the inbuilt enumerate function. So enumerate function will give the values with index function, like this is called indexing. So first index is 0, second index is dog, and third index, basically indexes start from 0 position, but is, you can see here there is written as idx plus 1. It means it is giving the 0 plus 1, and first position is cat, second position is dog, and third position is as monkey. Now this is indexing. And then a list of comprehensions. When programming frequently, we want to perform one type of data into another, so that is called comprehensions. Okay, so let's say this is a list of numbers, and this is a function of squares. This is another empty list of squares, and you are using the for loop for x in numbers, x in number here, and you want to square and square dot append. So what it will do, it will square the x value and append it to this empty list, because square was the empty list, and then empty list will be appended by the square values. And now you can make this code simple by using the list comprehensions. Like you can do the same work whatever is done in this this small thing, so you can do the simple things in a single line. So this is list comprehension. So this is usual thing, and something. Okay, some internet problems, sorry for that. Okay, please load this first. Okay, all right. So and now come to dictionary, and dictionary stores the key value pair similar to map in Java or objects in JavaScript. So you can use it like, so this is the this is syntax of writing the list, like cat is the key and its value is cute, and dog is the key and its value is furry. So create a dictionary with some data. These curly braces is used to create the dictionary. So this variable called dictionary is, can be printed anywhere by using the key value. If you want to print the uh, cat values, because cat is key, so you need to write the key value and you can say, oh, cat is cute, so just it will give the cute. And cat and d, what it will do, so it is just a way of checking whether this dictionary contain that element or not. So cat and d, it means uh, does this dictionary containing the cat? The answer is yes, it containing the key values, so it will give the true. And now on the another way of set an entry in the dictionary, uh, like d of fish is equals to wet. So and you want to check the value of this key fish, it will give the bed. So these are some already being added, so you can skip that part. It's a very simple things, like d dot get monkey, then it will give not available if you want to get the values of this key. So get an so this is a way of getting an element with a default print. Okay, so remove an element from dictionary is a way of removing the fish, and if fish is no longer, then it will printed as not available. All right, so I don't think we have to spend so much time. You can do it by yourself also, and I will share this document link in description, so you can check and you can go through that, and you can try that all examples by yourself. That will be much easier, and that will be much uh, that will be much important to you to learn all these things and write all these things by yourself. All right, so what it is happening, okay, so this is also creating a list of key value pairs, and you can use that key values pair inside with any string concatenation. So for example, for animal and legs in d dot item, so if these are available in d dot item, prints animal and leg and their legs. So it will print a has legs. What? A has a is first thing. So first bracket is take the values of first person, So it always take the simultaneous values, like it is in a first position, that it will take as first thing, and has already have written, and mm, so it will give a person has what. So person has 2. Second position will give this its values. So a person has 2 legs. Why? So why this happening? Because animal into legs. You are formatting these things to leg values. Okay, so this is just a iterate over the keys of dictionaries you are doing. Now come to some sets. Okay, so a set is an another collection of dictionary distinct element. So the collection uh, can be also as dictionary, or as dictionary. So the thing is, uh, um, oh, a little tired. Okay, so this is your set, and your set is printing the value of cat in animals. So check if an element is in the set. So it will check, yes, it will. The cat is available inside this set, so it will give the true value. And fish and animals, whether the fish is available in the set, in this set, no, fish is not available in this set, so it will give the false answers. Okay, and if you want to add an element to a set, you can add just by using the animal dot add and its values. So print fish and animals. Now it will give true, because last time the fish was not available, and this time fish is available. All right. Mm, so these are some other function, loop function, and now come to tuple. Tuple is an immutable order list of values, and I can read this full definition as a tuple is a immutable or ordered list of values. Tuple is in many ways similar to list. One of the most important differences is that tuple can be used as keys in dictionaries and as element of sets, while list cannot. Okay, so here's a trivial example. All right. Now you are creating a dictionary with tuple as key, because in definition it has been written as tuple can be used as key in dictionaries as an element of set. So this is the element of set, and tuple is using here. And it is if you want to print the type of t, then it will give, okay, this is the type of tuple type. So I think is will enough for this video, because that might increase the length of videos. All right, so I will explain the remaining concept in the next video. For this time, thank you.